Degrees of adjectives. English 3, Quarter 4, Week 1. Adjectives are words that describe persons, places, things, animals, and events. They tell something about a noun. Adjectives have 3 degrees of comparison. These are the positive, comparative, and superlative degree. The positive degree signifies quality. It talks about only one thing and it is not being compared with another. The comparative degree signifies quality in greater or less degree. 2 things are being compared. And the superlative degree signifies quality in the greatest or least degree. 3 or more items are being compared. In this lesson, you are expected to use degrees of adjectives in making comparisons. Let us read and study the conversation, then answer the following questions. Billy: Jenny, look at this plant. It is big. Jenny: Yes, Billy, it is big. Now, look at this plant. It is bigger than your plant. Billy: Oh, I agree with you. Take a look at that plant in the rectangular pot, pointing to the plant in the corner. Jenny: That plant is the biggest among the 3. Now let us answer some questions. Who are talking in the conversation? What are being compared in the conversation? Which plant is big? What did Jenny say about the plant in the round pot? How did Jenny describe the plant in the rectangular pot? And these are the correct answers. Who are talking in the conversation? Billy and Jenny. What are being compared in the conversation? Plants. Which plant is big? Billy's plant. What did Jenny say about the plant in the round pot? Bigger. And how did Jenny describe the plant in the rectangular pot? Biggest. The words big, bigger, and biggest are examples of degrees of comparison of adjectives. Later, we will further discuss what these are all about. Now, get your pencil and answer sheet and answer the following learning task. Write the comparative and superlative degree of each adjective below. Write your answers in your paper or notebook. Number 1, big. Number 2, sweet. And number 3, thick. And these are the correct answers. Number 1, big, bigger, biggest. Number 2, sweet, sweeter, sweetest. And number 3, thick, thicker, thickest. How do we form comparison of adjectives? If we have one-syllable adjectives in a comparative degree, add ER to the positive degree. Examples: weak, weaker, near, nearer. But if we have one-syllable adjectives in superlative degree, add EST to the positive degree. Examples: weak, weakest, near, nearest. In forming comparison adjectives, when adjectives ending in Y, change Y to I and add ER to the positive degree. Examples: dirty, dirtier. Pretty, prettier. And in superlative degree, change Y to I and add EST to the positive degree. Examples: dirty, dirtiest. Pretty, prettiest. And in forming comparison of adjectives in adjectives ending in letter E, drop E and add ER to the positive degree. Examples: safe, safer, large, larger. And in superlative degree, drop E and add EST to the positive degree. Examples: safe, safest, large, largest. And in forming multiple syllable adjectives or more adjectives ending in full or less, add more or less to the positive degree. Example, afraid, more afraid or less afraid, silent, more or less silent, talented, more talented or less talented. And in forming superlative degree with multiple syllable adjectives or more adjectives ending in full or less, add most or least to the positive degree. Example, afraid, most or least afraid, silent, most or least silent, and talented, most talented or least talented. Some adjectives are irregularly compared. Examples, positive degree, comparative degree, and superlative degree. Good, better, best. Bad, worst, worst. Ill, worst, worst. Many, more, most. Much, more, most. Little, less, least. And less, lesser, least. Remember, some one-syllable adjectives with a single vowel before the consonant form their comparative and superlative degree by doubling the last letter before adding ER for the comparative and EST for the superlative degree. Examples, mad, madder, maddest, sad, sadder, saddest, big, bigger, biggest, fat, fatter, fattest. The word than is often used with comparative adjectives. Examples, my jacket is thicker than your jacket. The word the before an adjective signifies superlative degree. Example, she is the cutest among the three. Now, for learning task 2, choose the correct form of adjective for each sentence. Write your answers in your notebook or paper. Number 1. The milkshake is sweet, sweeter, sweetest. Number 2. Tarsier remains the smallest primate in the Philippines. Number 3. My uncle is the richest man in our town. Number 4. Today's weather is cloudy, cloudier, cloudiest than yesterday. Number 5. The sound of the chirping birds is pleasant, more pleasant, most pleasant than the sound of crickets. And these are the correct answers. Number 1. This milkshake is sweet. Number 2. Tarsier remains the smallest primate in the Philippines. Number 3. My uncle is the richest man in our town. Number 4. Today's weather is cloudier than yesterday. And number 5. The sound of the chirping birds is more pleasant than the sound of crickets. Number 3, or learning task 3. Complete the story by supplying each blank with the correct form of the given adjectives. Write your answers in your notebook. One sunny day, Galvez family went on a picnic near the river. Sammy, the blank or young among the 3 children of Mr. and Miss Galvez, saw a flock of ducks along the river. Ate Lisa, look at the yellow duck. It is fat, Sammy said. Yes, Sammy, take a look at the black duck. It is blank, fat, than the yellow duck, Lisa said with excitement. As soon as the table is ready, they began eating their lunch that Miss Galvez prepared. Mother, this is the blank or delicious adobo I have ever tasted, Harold exclaimed. The children swam in the river. The water from this river is blank, cold than the water from our faucet, Lisa said to her brothers. They enjoyed swimming and playing the whole day. For the children, it was the blank, good day ever. And these are the correct answers. One sunny day, Galvez family went on a picnic near the river. Sammy, the youngest among the 3 of Mr. and Miss Galvez, saw a flock of ducks along the river. Ate Lisa, look at the yellow duck. It is fat, Sammy said. Yes, Sammy, take a look at the black duck. It is the fatter than the yellow duck, Lisa said with excitement. As soon as the table is ready, they began eating their lunch that Miss Galvez prepared. Mother, this is the most delicious adobo I have ever tasted, Harold exclaimed. The children swam in the river. The water from this river is colder than the water from our faucet, Lisa said to her brothers. They enjoyed swimming and playing the whole day. For the children, it was the best day ever. For learning task 4, write sentences in the comparative and superlative degrees of the underlined adjectives. Write your answers in your notebook. Number 1, the lollipop that I bought is sweet. Number 2, the pillow is light. Number 3, my cousin is friendly. Number 4, that car is expensive. And number 5, our house is simple.
And these are the correct answers.
The lollipop that I bought is sweeter than yours. This lollipop is the sweetest of all. My sister is more friendly than my cousin. My brother is the most friendly of all. The yellow pillow is lighter than the pink pillow. The purple pillow is the lightest among those pillows. This car is more expensive than that car. My car is the most expensive among the three. Your house is simpler than ours. Their house is the simplest among others. Now, complete the paragraph by selecting appropriate answers from the given choices below. Write your answers in your notebook or paper. Degrees, comparative, describe, superlative, and positive. Adjectives are words that blank persons, places, things, animals, and events. In comparing adjectives, there are 3 blank of comparison. The blank degree states the quality of a noun and pertains only to one thing. Blank degree compares 2 nouns. It often uses the word than to compare 2 things. The blank degree compares 3 or more objects. It states the greatest or least quality of a noun. And these are the correct answers. Adjectives are words that describe persons, places, things, animals, and events. In comparing adjectives, there are 3 degrees of comparison. The positive degree states the quality of a noun and pertains only to one thing. Comparative degree compares 2 nouns. It often uses the word than to compare 2 things. The superlative degree compares 3 or more objects. It states the greatest or the least quality of a noun. And that ends our lesson about the degrees of adjectives. Thank you for joining today's class. Till next time!